says September 25.
Yeah, no,
I think they'd fix that.
The September 12th meeting of the Parish Zoning Commission will come to order. Madam Secretary, please note that all members of the commission are here. I'll entertain a motion for acceptance of the minutes of the last meeting.
Motion to accept the minutes.
Second, Mrs. Jafisi. All in favor?
Aye.
The chair has no comments at this time. Madam Secretary, did anyone sign up for the public comment period? Okay. Our next item of business is a public hearing to amend the Ascension Parish zoning map for a recommendation for approval or denial to the Ascension Parish Council. Zoning Review ID 2252.12, Lot A1 for Fidelity Bank. Assume you are the applicant
I
or
am
representing the applicant?
representing the applicant. I'm Meg Anderson, representing Fidelity Bank. We acquired this property through foreclosure in September 2011. It was operated as a daycare center from 2003 until it closed, and we foreclosed on the property. We immediately listed it for sale, and the issues that we're finding are people that are interested in operating another daycare center, but the zoning is residential medium density, and so we're not able to market the property. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. It's on 74, and it was operated as a Tale of Two Sisters. It really is not conducive to we haven't found anybody, let me just put it that way, that's interested in moving into this property. The people that have indicated interest want to operate it as a daycare center. However, they're concerned that if they acquire the property without prior zoning approval, that they may run into an issue. So we're asking your consideration for zoning it to mixed use so that we can market the property.
Thank you. Any other people sign up for public comment?
Mr. Eli Brooks.
How y'all gentlemen doing?
Good.
I've been living in this area probably about 45 years. I've been living there at that location for 39 years. That property was divided up by my father-in-law. He sold it as a residential property, and somewhere down the line, it became somebody working in the parish had a kinfolk deal. All of a sudden, here popped up a daycare without any notification or any one of us knowing anything about it. But I'm gonna give you some figures on this daycare. First off, from the front door to the ditch is 60 feet, which that doesn't allow adequate parking. Plus, when they have a van parked there, you can't see coming out to VA Lane. Okay, from that location, since they said daycare, from that house to the next daycare is 2.3 miles. From that daycare, that's going down 74 toward Snows. From that daycare going back toward 74 toward the red light, past the red light, there's another daycare there. If you turn right on the 73, you got one daycare at 1.6 tenths of a mile. Right down from there, you have a daycare about 3 miles down. If you come down and go down Landry Road, you have another daycare, and that daycare is only 1.8 tenths of a mile. Then if you go on up and you go to Andrew's grocery store, you have another daycare. Now, the problem I have on this being this is because it is 74. If any of y'all been down 74 early in the mornings, well, you got a lot of traffic going down 74 and coming back up 74. A lot of times I can't take a left out off of the VA lane or take a right off of the VA lane. Same thing coming off LSR lane, it's the same thing. A lot of people that have these subdivisions built, they take, excuse me, but they take the density at the subdivision there. They don't take it on 74 or 621 or 73. When you build a subdivision or you put a business in place, you ought to come out and look at it and see. And if anybody been down this road and seen this daycare, you don't have much of a backyard, because my yard backs up to this place. And you're only looking from the back door to my fence might be 40 feet. And the property from one line to the other line is only 96 feet. You see where I'm getting to? This should stay residential. It shouldn't.
Thank you.
Mr. Lawrence LeBlanc.
Hello, sirs. My name is Lawrence LeBlanc. I live at 12514 Plantation Creek Drive, which is the subdivision next to the daycare. My yard backs up, my backyard backs up to the daycare. And there has been numerous problems when the daycare was there before, where we had with kids throwing things into the backyard and at a house from the backyard, and they weren't being managed properly. And also, if it's going to be mixed use, they may say they want to put a daycare, but it may be something else down the road. And if they decided to widen 74, that's going to take up the whole front end of that entranceway to that daycare. So I don't see it, other than being residential, and even like she said, residential, I don't see it being a mixed-use property or being used for commercial purposes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other public comment? That's it?
There,
Okay. Questions from the commissioners?
I have a question.
Mr. Sonderman?
Not a question as much as a comment. We can appreciate them, wanting the change in the zone. And the idea of a daycare is really a unique business that we have. It is something that for young families where both parents work, or where it's a single-parent family, daycare is a crucial thing, and we need to make sure that daycares are available to our young people. Mr. Brooks pointed out that there is an abundance of daycares in that area. In some areas of the parish, that's not so, and I don't know that we need to create a separate zoning category. I'm not sure what we need to do, but I think, as one who worked in the school system, who had a lot of issues with parents trying to find good daycare, it's something that I'm not sure if another zoning category needs to be created or something we need to look at, but I know that daycare is just a unique business that maybe ought to have its own designation. But in terms of this, this is right in the middle of residential, and I would not be in favor of changing the zone.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Callender?
Well, he just about said what I want to say, but my understanding of this request is solely based on one piece of property that we're requesting a rezoning for that area. Am I correct?
Yes,
That
my
w-
understanding that we requested rezoning of this specific property, not anything other than this.
One piece of property
Correct.
in the area.
Correct.
Okay.
But my understanding is, once it's rezoned, it's wide open. Correct?
Correct. Once that it's rezoned to that particular district, any use in that district would be allowed. Yes, sir.
And give us examples of what it might be.
Doctor's offices, auto repair, as long as they are inside, restaurants, those type of things, those type of uses. Yes, sir. Retail. Yes, sir.
Excuse me, we previously looked at a somewhat similar situation where we were asked to basically spot zone a piece of property. In that case, though, the property was really surrounded by other commercial properties. It was in nonconformance. It would have been, in nonconformance. Well, the properties are in nonconformance because it was zoned residential, I think, in that particular case. In this case, there's no other commercial around, and it's not very close to the intersection to suggest that it would be crossroads commercial. So I would have to be opposed to changing this. This is an opportunity for that. It's currently, as a daycare was in noncompliance, this would I guess it reverts to residential now, right?
Thank you. And I have been at that location early in the morning, and it is impossible to get in and out of there. And I think it would create a safety hazard, especially with young kids trying to get into a place.
Yeah.
Any further comment? Entertain a motion for recommendation of approval or denial.
Move for denial.
Second.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Petition's been denied. Do we have a staff report? No? Okay. Then entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion for adjournment?
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.